He was a bit of a, I can't explain it, a simpleton, that's all I can say.
Yeah. Yes.
And he was caught, obviously, and his punishment was to be drowned with a mill
Wow.
thing round his neck so he couldn't get out. And I can see several people, about 6, throwing him in the pond, or throwing him in the water. You know, make sure he couldn't come up again. He was drowned with a mill pond. That's where he was found, with a millstone, which was a big millstone. Could have never got up, you know. It's like,
So they drowned him.
that drowned him. That was his punishment.
Wow. So he'd done something. He'd committed murder.
He committed murder, but that weren't really murder. It was manslaughter. Because someone had done something to him.
Yes.
Someone, you know, I could see him being whipped. You know, he was like a village idiot, if I can say that. That's a horrible thing to say about a person that's lived.
Yeah.
And he was picked on and whipped and whipped and you know, if he didn't do, if they said go and do this, that for me, go and unload all that hay and put it, he wouldn't get paid or anything like that. It was just, he was like a dog's body, and his anger just one day.
He just flipped.
And he went, oh, like that. Pushed the person to the ground, and they said punch him, and because his anger.
See, so he lost his temper.
He lost his temper, and he had so much.
Probably years building
of being
up.
a boost, yeah. Because he was a simpleton.
Yeah.
I also get the name Tommy. So whether William was the one who got killed,
and
his name was Tommy, but I'm getting Tommy now.
Right. So we don't quite know his name, but you felt it was William.
Well, I got the William first. But
Yes.
that could have been the person who was.
Okay.
The person who he was grappling with was an elderly gentleman, but a very nasty piece of work. Okay, so he was like the law, not law, but he was someone who thought he was above a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he'd treat the poor like this. And I think I'm going to say Tommy now. I think that William was the one who went down.
Right. And Tommy was the murderer. Yes.
Was the one with the mill pond.
Yes, millstone.
His name was Tommy. William was the one who he attacked.
Yeah.
And no one could get him off him.
Right.
Because
So it wasn't just on his own. There was a group of people there.
Yeah. And this person had abused him for a long time. That dog's body he was, you know, and licked my feet and whatever.
Yeah.
He had to do for me. He never got paid for it. He just got bits of food. And he was a big strapping lad, this Tommy. I'm going to say that's him, and William was the one that went down.
Yeah. Have you got a surname for William?
Tommy. Roper. Coming straight away.
And was he a landowner, or was he just simply a manager, or what was his role?
What, Tommy? He was the dog's boy, the one who got...
No, William.
Oh, William's role. I do feel like he was some sort of landowner, maybe. Someone who owned some land or owned a farm. I do think he was not high up, but he was higher up than the normal people,
Right.
okay? So he's like a... What do you call it, these people who would go around and work for the barons and stuff? What would they be called?
Yeah, okay.
What would they be called? There is a special name for it. We'll have to look that one up.
What year are you looking at, Tina?
Well, it's
I've
gone
got
back
a
a
year.
long time. It's gone back a long time. I'm feeling like 13th, 14th century.
Really, as old as that?
Yeah, it's gone back a long time.
Really, so barons would have been a good description when you said that.
Barons would have still been, there'd still been serfs. He was a serf, he worked the land.
Was it really as far back as that? Is that what you're getting from the dress? And
Well, everything really, the way they're dressed, sort of like, everything was cloth or leather.
okay.
But it's the way he's got this hood up and this wimple. That reminds me of Robin Hood times, so that might even go back further than that.
Yeah.
You know, they would have had like nice wimples, but this one is just plain, just to keep them warm. It's very grey and dirty.
And so you're able to connect with Tommy, and is he able to tell you the year or who was king? Probably
John.
King John. Okay.
So we are talking 13th century.
Yeah. And did he live round here? He must have lived round here. So what age are we looking
I
at?
lived near the glebe, so there's a place the glebe called around it.
Okay.
The glebe, that's what he said. I lived near the glebe.
Right. At what age was he, Tina? What age are you getting?
He was in his 30s, about 35.
And when his mother and father found out what had happened, what was...
His parents weren't alive.
Oh, okay. Okay.
His parents weren't alive. He was like an orphan.
Right.
I think his parents were lost in some sort of plague or disease what swept the land. they? He didn't. His parents weren't around.
And how quickly was he, let's say, executed after he'd committed this?
Near enough straight away, you know. Well, within about an hour or so. They just,
Was it by the people who witnessed it?
yes.
The ones who
They were
witnessed
like, they took, because there weren't no police then, Michael.
No.
They took the law in their own hands, and
Yeah.
eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
Yeah.
And he was slung in that glebe, near the glebe, the pond. We keep saying glebe.
Yeah.
What do a glebe mean?
Glebe is like it's a little an enclosure, like a little wood or a little valley, something
Okay.
small, a glebe.
And yeah, that didn't take them long. It didn't take long because there was a pile of millstones nearby. There must have been a mill or something like that.
So, is he able to say whether there was a mill around here then?
Millstones. There was a stonework. A person who made them.
A quarry.
A quarry
perhaps.
or a person who made the millstones.
Ah,
A stonemason.
right.
There's a pile of them, so it didn't take them long to like an hour to get up. And
to
he was held
locate-
down and tied up like that.
Yeah.
With his legs and arms together like that, so he couldn't move.
So there was no. Yeah.
And they just tied her, because this person was well respected, even though everyone was scared of him.
Yes.
Right. So you know that film we watched last night.
No.
Right. Okay. That bloke who was going around terrorising all the people, wanting for money out of them.
Yes.
And,
Oh, I see. Yes.
So he's that type of
More of a
people scared
dictator
of him,
rather than a.
because if they didn't do what he said, then the barons would come and take the land or whatever.
So he was a
Do
very
what they like.
powerful person, and he
was quite-
abused it.
He was in between the gentry, if you like, and the people. And
Got
he
ya.
used to treat, and he used to just whip them. It was just to whip them. He'd get him at the back of the legs, and his legs would go, and whip him like that.
Yeah.
Get him to do your chores, do this, go and get a pig,
So
whatever.
there
I
wasn't.
don't know why I said that, but I can see him carrying a pig.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of sympathy for him then,
He was
Tommy.
He was a village idiot.
Yeah, but there wasn't a lot of sympathy.
No, he was always by everyone, really.
Ah, okay.
But he was a simpleton, but he done what he was told. But all his
Yeah.
anger would build up.
Yeah.
And he was whipping him.
Yeah.
And he just, lost his lost it, to be
Yeah.
honest. And he came behind him like that, and
Yeah.
he picked him up,
Yeah.
and he was shaking him like that, and he threw him down,
Yeah.
punch, until he couldn't punch no more, and he killed him.
Wow.
And this was witnessed, yeah, because no one could get him off. They all stood there and watched until he calmed down. As soon as he calmed down, they grabbed him, tied him up, whipped him up. But as soon as he calmed down, he was in shock this time, because he wouldn't hurt a fly.
No.
This time he wouldn't have hurt a fly, Michael. He would have done exactly what he's told, but too much, he had days and days and days of being whipped and
Too
hit,
much abuse, and it just built up.
and then he just lost it. They do, don't they?
I've just to ask a question. Was this church here
The church was here, yeah.
when this event took place?
Yes, it was. Yeah, obviously that's been added to, blah blah
Yeah.
blah, over the years, but it's a Saxon church, so that had been up there for a couple of 300 years.
Yeah,
400 years.
yeah.
There might have been a different look of it, he's telling me, in the
Yeah.
same, but there's definitely a church here.
Yeah. And what they did was seen as that's okay then. That's okay. Might
Well,
seem
it
like
weren't
rough
recorded.
gestures.
That weren't recorded in history, and that's why when they did drain the pond, they found the skeleton. They were all shocked, and the priest who was here said, "Right, we're going to bury the stones in the graveyard." I don't know what they done with the millstone, whether they took it in the church or not. I
You
don't
mean
know.
the skeleton they were going to bury
They
in
buried the skeleton here somewhere in the churchyard. Okay, let's see. Try and see where he is. Where are you buried? He's right up the top there somewhere, away from the church.
Yeah.
When they found him, the priest was so, like, "Oh, we've got to give this poor man a permanent," and that's when the haunting started, because he was disturbed.
And why? And this is why he's still here, because
Well, he's been seen recently, lots
Yeah.
of times.
yeah. But that's why he's come back to haunt this area, is
Because the way
because
he died.
the way he
wanted-
died and the way and disturbed.
Well, and not only that, he wanted to tell a story. Look, I'm innocent. I killed someone unmeaningful, but I had this life of being abused
Yeah.
by everyone. It was
Yes.
dog's body. Get and do that. Get and do that. There's a piece of bread,
Yeah.
He got no wages for doing what he was doing. He never got paid. So if you're around here, Tommy, or even William Banks, the person who he murdered,
Are they linked together by any chance?
I cannot see the spirit of another person.
Right.
Okay, I can see him on top of him.
Yeah.
There's an elderly gentleman, finery clothes, like purses and that, and he carried a staff wherever he went around the village. You know, he was like I'm in control, I'm in command. Big long cape.
Yes.
Okay, he'd been warm when the others had been freezing.
Yeah.
And he got well fed and well paid for his job from the barons of the local manor house around here, which probably is Geldeston Hall, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that, but maybe that is. But it's definitely
Down there.
was down there. That's where his death took place, down there.
Down there. Okay.
But it looked completely different.
But so he was killed in this area, and then he was then Tommy was then executed just down there, down in by
I don't
the
know
pond.
where the bloke was killed. I just saw the picture.
Okay.
But obviously it weren't in the churchyard. It weren't
No,
in the churchyard.
no.
No.
So what did you want to do to him? Did you want to send him on his way, or?
I don't know where I picked that up. Oh yeah, if you think we can't get no more
I think
information.
that's pretty much.
But it's a good. I feel sorry for the man who got killed, but I feel sorry for him too.
Yeah, I think they're both victims, but
They're both
I must
victims of
say
society.
that William probably deserved a good kicking. He just got a little bit too much of a kicking
Yeah.
in that situation.
Well, I see him, but he might have landed on a stone, that might have done something like that. Because I do feel like he had a rock near his head when he fell down. There was some sort of stonemasons or some sort of.
Right. And we're
around here.
going back quite some time as well, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, they brought him to here to drown him. They weren't
Right.
already set up, was it? The
No.
millstone sitting beside the church. It wasn't like that.
No.
They had to do all this.
Set it all up,
set
and
it
then.
all up, carry this around his neck, with him around his neck, and threw him in the pond. Obviously, he'd have drowned it straight away because that's fairly tight. You can't get millstone off, and it's.
Yeah. No.
And that was his punishment, and that is why he still walks around here. Bless his heart.
And how is he now then? Is he what?
He's relieved he told the story.
He's relieved. Yeah. Because he was a little bit angry, wasn't he, to start off with?
Yeah, he said I was just getting the anger at when he done the actual murder. He said he's very sorry. He does. The reason why he can't go because he don't think that God will forgive him because he's quite religious, and they're very religious then anyway. He's quite a religious person. He believed in God, and he believed the reason why his life was so hard is what God wanted for him. Okay, so he always believed there's something wrong with him for God to give him this life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's been sort of like wanting someone to come in or a way to connect with spirit to say, please forgive me. But he's already forgiven.
And has he come across any other clairvoyants? Have they tried to communicate with him?
There has been people, but they ain't like you.
Oh, okay.
There's been people who's trying to do other things like EMF and all that and ghost hunting.
Yeah.
But that's not direct
But
communication.
he hasn't been able to connect with them because
like
they
we
haven't got
do.
the.
Yeah, like I'm not bigging myself up.
No.
What I'm saying is there has been people around trying to connect with the ghost. Okay,
Yeah.
trying to film him and leaving this. But unfortunately, they weren't. I don't think none of them had a
Connection.
psychic gift.
Yes.
They just ghost hunters.
Yes. Do you think you want to let him go through? I think she'll let him go through it over Tina. What do you reckon?
Okay. Would you like to go through, Tom? Obviously, he did have a mum and dad. Obviously, always would have been born, but they weren't around as he was growing up. They both died of an illness. That's what I'm getting, like a plague or something that spread through. Okay. He never got married. Never had no children.
No.
Okay. So we're going to look up for a portal for you, Tom, if you can hear me. I'm getting it, the portal open up like where the tower is. Okay. So as I can see, I'll tell you what the process is.
Yeah.
What happens when I open up these portals. So when the portal opens, it's like a white light parting its ways. And then you see all these people, and I can see his mother and father, and his sister had a little sister who died as well with the plague. That's what I'm getting. And they're there. And I see like a light, an envelope. Angels are there. Archangel Michael is there, and all protecting to make sure that no negative energies can be involved in this. And I just see the light coming down. They got a light, and it's coming very slowly down. And Thomas is right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And the light is surrounding him. They don't force it. They can't force it. You know, they have to know that he's ready. Okay, are you ready, Thomas? He's just nodding with a big smile on his face. Are you ready to join your family in the light? So he's turning around now. And he's slowly going back up. They do not force it. They make this all a slow process. That's not to frighten the incoming soul. Oh, bless him. He's up there with his parents and they're all hugging. And he's very happy. He reminded me of that film with them young boys and that blue guy, the toothless and that sort of person, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Oh, the young boys who've done the Ghostbusters and that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Come.
Go on. Excellent.
Do you feel it brighten up?
Do you know what? I'm shining the, looking down on you, Tina. That does look brighter, yeah. Well, how was that then?
Lovely.
You always enjoy sending them forward, don't you, Tina?
Because you feel the joy and the bliss, what they feel when they actually meet with their loved ones in spirit, and that is what. And you turn around, and he's like that, not doofus, is it? Whatever his name was?
Yeah.
In that film. Oh my God, I can't remember.
I think, yeah.
Kids, wouldn't they? And they went to haunted house. And like that.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah. Oh, I think I know who you mean.
Disrespectful of Thomas.
Yeah.
You know, Tommy.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to be disrespectful, but yeah, he's a bit like the energy. Do you know what I mean? Sort of clumsy and.
But I thought what was interesting was when you started off, we were looking for the person we thought was the victim. I mean, they're both victims, but the person we thought that he was wrestling was the one that was drowned in the pond, which is the natural way you'd think of the events unfolding, but it was actually the murderer who was drowned in the pond.
That was his execution, if you like.
Yeah, which is really an unusual. So it's a way. We're just trying to unravel, or you're trying to unravel the events as it unfolds. But now we've got a clear view of what's happened to this young man.
There wasn't police in them days. There was law.
Yeah.
But the barons would usually take care of business in villages, what they owned and looked after it. So
that was really good. I enjoyed that. It was really good. As much as you can enjoy something like that, I enjoyed that, and it's a good happy ending.
He had a lovely energy, but he had installed anger, what had been built up. So he just. You
can understand that even today. You can understand that. Yeah.
So he had lovely soul, though.
Yeah. Really good. Well, I hope you all enjoyed it. We always enjoy it, don't we, T? And we feel very grateful.
Shall we just go in the church before we...
We are, yeah, but hang on. But we're very grateful for what comes through.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you like what we do, please...
like, share, comment,
subscribe. And we'll give you some more, and hope you enjoy the journey as much as we do. Have a great day.